This is News 3 Now at 5.
Thanks for staying with us. Wisconsin is continuing to see an increase of confirmed coronavirus cases.
State and county health officials say 231 new cases have been confirmed, a number which is up from yesterday's 208 new cases. Governor Tony Evers' Badger Bounce Back plan requires that there must be a decrease in the percentage of new cases for 14 consecutive days before the state's economy can reopen, and we are not there yet. There are now 6,605 confirmed cases of COVID-19 in our state. 8 more people have died due to complications from COVID-19, which is down from the 17 new deaths reported yesterday. A total of 308 people have died. DHS says 49% of positive cases have recovered.
And new today, the state is releasing some of its data tracking cases inside facilities, and that includes workplaces, healthcare clinics and centers, group housing like prisons and shelters, and also long-term care facilities. Right now, they're investigating 187 outbreaks in such facilities. Almost 100 of those cases are at long-term care facilities. About a third of them are in workplaces. Governor Evers says the state is monitoring several food processing plants, which have been limited in production due to a spread of cases. He says Wisconsin is monitoring its food chain very closely. We've now passed 1 million reported cases of the virus nationwide, about a third of the total reported globally. That means more than 1 in every 330 Americans has tested positive. There are more than 58,000 deaths now in the U.S. The climbing death toll comes as more states move to ease restrictions.
There are 34 counties in Wisconsin that have 0 ICU beds. That's according to data collected by Kaiser Health News. So in a pandemic like this, how do they prepare and treat patients? Our Jamie Perez spoke to the Gunderson Mountain View Hospital in Adams County today to get the answer. Jamie?
So Adams County has the highest percentage of elderly at-risk patients in relation to its entire population, with no counties with no ICU beds. 37% of its population is considered at risk, according to that data from Kaiser Health News. Their hospital has been around for about 60 years, and they've never had any ICU beds. They say on average they transfer about 30 people a month to a hospital with an ICU bed. And thankfully, they tell me they've only had 1 positive case of COVID-19 in their area, and that person has been treated at their hospital. But if they had a patient who needed ICU services, they transfer them to one of several hospitals.
If we have a higher acute patient, we would use telehealth to contact a specialist at Gunderson Health System in La Crosse, and then they could examine that patient remotely.
That patient could be transferred to a Gunderson hospital, UW Health, Meriter, St. Mary's, Marshfield, or La Crosse to get the care that they need. And this does add an additional expense for that transfer. Now, they also have an agreement within the Gunderson healthcare system. I'll go over what that agreement is coming up tonight at 6.
We'll see you then. Jamie, thank you. The Wisconsin Department of Workforce Development announced that it has started dispersing federal pandemic unemployment compensation payments today. The money is a temporary emergency increase of $600 per week in unemployment benefits. If you have a pending unemployment application or you're currently receiving unemployment benefits, the payment will be automatically added to your benefit payments. DWD says the Unemployment Insurance Division has received nearly 480,000 applications and has distributed more than $290 million in state unemployment benefits since March 15th.
The Evers administration is starting to cut spending to offset the economic impact of the pandemic.
Our Amy Reed joins us live from the Capitol to explain what this says about the future of the state's budget. Amy?
The Department of Administration told employees that they are cutting agency budgets 5% to offset the economic damage the coronavirus has caused the state. But more will likely have to happen in order for the state to regain balance.
Essentially, with the coronavirus, we fell off a cliff. And, in some sense, we're still falling, and we don't know exactly what it's going to feel like when we hit the ground.
Wisconsin Policy Forum Research Director Jason Stein isn't sure what the future holds for the state because no one really does.
How long is this crisis going to go on? How deep has unemployment already fallen? How long will it linger? Will it get worse? So there are so many open questions. right now.
The Evers administration told employees this week it is cutting agency budgets 5% this fiscal year, a move that's projected to save $70 million. Republicans praised the decision, Assembly Speaker Robin Vos saying this is a smart, proactive move by the administration as we begin work to manage this impending fiscal crisis in Wisconsin. It's good to see that we're already on the same page. But more cuts will likely have to be made as the governor predicts a potential $2 billion hit to the state's revenue, which comes primarily from income and sales taxes, both taking losses during the pandemic. Stein points out the state spends most of its money not running the government, but running programming.
You think about things like aid to K-12 schools. You think about things like Medicaid health care for the needy, which would be like nursing home care, as well as acute care for children and families. You think about aid to local governments.
The law requires the state maintain a balanced budget, so lawmakers and other government officials will have to tackle this head on eventually. But what those bipartisan discussions will look like in a divided government remains to be seen. There's a sliver of hope here. Before all of this, the state was able to bring the rainy day fund closer to where other states keep theirs. So there is some money there. There could also be some federal assistance in the future, but experts are hesitant to paint a rosy picture.
Amy Reed, live at the Capitol. Amy, thank you.
City of Madison and Dane County have come up with a plan for the money they will get from the CARES Act. That's the federal coronavirus relief package. Dane County slated to get nearly $700,000. $250,000 of that will go to support people in isolation. The rest will create 8 staff positions. The mayor said 2 of those will be public health nurses, 4 will be specialists for contact tracing, 2 will be bilingual communications positions to help reach all communities in Madison. The mayor said right now people at public health have had to focus all on COVID-19, and this should free them up to help with other efforts in the department.
We really need to be able to ease off of that and try and bring some of the other services back to a more normal level. And in order to do that, we need to dedicate more specific resources.
Mayor Rhodes Conway said she still hopes the federal government will pass more funding for cities. She warned about millions in lost revenue that the city will have to make up for in the budget.
During a White House meeting with Louisiana Governor John Bel Edwards, Dr. Anthony Fauci announced an NIH trial using the drug remdesivir, which is showing promise in hospitalized COVID-19 patients.
The data shows that remdesivir has a clear-cut, significant positive effect in diminishing the time to recovery. What it is proven is that a drug can block this virus. And I'll give you an example.
Dr. Fauci says more drug trials can build on those results.
Some scattered showers across the area this evening. Let's check your first warn forecast. Here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Gary?
Well, most of those are actually shifting east of Madison. Areas west of Madison are still cloudy, but for the most part dry. You can see on Doppler track how the rain is favoring eastern Wisconsin right now. We'll zoom in and you can see most of the showers are to the east of Dane County. The last of the showers in southwestern Wisconsin have dropped southward. Right now, La Crosse is at 60 degrees. They've had a few peaks of sunshine in the clouds. Otherwise, we've been cloudy. Madison's at 50, and then to the east, temperatures only in the middle 40s near Lake Michigan. By tomorrow morning, we'll be in the middle 40s. Skies west of Madison will turn partly cloudy. East of Madison will still stay cloudy with some showers, but those will end tomorrow morning. Otherwise, tomorrow will turn partly sunny, windy, and not as cool with high temperatures in the lower 60s. Look for milder weather for the weekend, but some cooler weather will arrive next week. I'll have more details on weather in a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. One of the women accused of helping 2 Columbia County correctional inmates escape made her initial appearance in court this afternoon. 46-year-old Catherine Wooderick appeared in court via video conferencing. Court documents suggest Wooderick has a boyfriend who's an inmate in the same housing unit as the escapees. She told police she's the only person who drives the car that the escapees used to get to Rockford. Wooderick leases that vehicle from her son, who lives in Madison. That car was found on Langdon Street a week after the escape with apparent bloodstains on the car seats. A judge set a $10,000 signature bond in her case.
Madison police say 5 men have been arrested in connection to a shooting in early April. Officers say these 5 men were all arrested on tentative charges, including first-degree reckless endangerment. Back in April, police reported at least 2 men shot at another car on Park Street. Police recovered at least a dozen shell casings from the scene. Today, police say the men are connected to a car involved. They say more arrests are possible.
Police say 4 of the 5 people found shot and killed this week at a home in Milwaukee were under the age of 20. Their bodies were found Monday after a 43-year-old man at the home called 911 to report his family was dead. He was arrested at the scene. Police say they were known to the suspect, but they declined to say if they were all related. One child was found alive in the home. Charges could be brought soon. Right now, Sauk County is holding drive-through COVID-19 testing for residents who are showing symptoms. The testing started today at the old Sauk County landfill on Evergreen Lane. Residents must be able to prove they live in Sauk County before being tested. Officials say results will be received roughly 48 hours after testing. Residents can make an appointment for a test by calling the Sauk COVID hotline. The number is 608-355-3200. Area doctors want patients to know that hospitals and clinics are safe places to go during COVID-19. UW Health has taken precautions for patients since the crisis started. As patients return to those facilities for care, UW Health says it is continuing to make changes, which include all patients and employees will have their temperatures taken prior to the start of their visit or shift. Patients, staff, and visitors are required to wear masks while at UW Hospital, and they will have requirements to social distance, including flooring cues.
We do have capacity within our urgent cares and our EDs. Now, if you're sick, it's still a good idea to call ahead. But if you have health care needs, we are able to meet those needs without much additional challenge or other things that are disruptive to you. We can do that and keep you safe while still managing patients who would come in with respiratory symptoms or who might be someone who were interested in testing for COVID-19.
Now, UW Health will continue to provide patient appointments via telehealth or video visits, visitation restrictions, PPE management, social distancing, in-house COVID-19 testing, and screening. The annual Shake the Lake fireworks show in Madison has been canceled this summer due to the pandemic. According to a statement from Shake the Lake sponsor Madison Mallard's president Vern Stenman, sponsor Festival Foods is committed to supporting a new event this summer. Stenman said plans for a new event will not be confirmed until there is more certainty about gatherings from public health officials. And the Wilmar Neighborhood Center and Willie Street Co-op are canceling La Fête de Marquette, scheduled for July 9th through the 12th. Fête de Marquette is Wilmar's largest fundraiser. It raises more than $1.2 million. It raised that much in the last 14 years. Donations are used for emergency food services, after school and summer camps for kids, teen employment services for seniors, and subsidization of mental health services. Willie Street Co-op will repurpose the money that they would have used to sponsor La Fête de Marquette to support the Giving campaign. Madison School District is installing long-range wireless access points at 5 of its schools as it enters week 4 of online learning. MMSD officials say they're reaffirming their commitment to equity and working to assist the 3,000 students who they say still don't have access to reliable internet.
This will give our families the ability to walk to or hopefully preferably drive to those sites and log on to our internet with their district issued devices.
Now, the school board has also approved the purchase of over 1,800 wireless hotspots that will be distributed this May. Officials say data limits on those hotspots will vary depending on the number of students utilizing the device in any given household. Ahead at 5, what warning the Better Business Bureau has for people who are shopping online. And coming up tonight at 6, spring, the perfect time for camping. We're asking local campsites when campers will be able to enjoy the outdoors at their resorts. That's tonight at 6. And a strong day on Wall Street, including a 532-point climb for the Dow Jones Industrial Average. The NASDAQ jumps 307 points. The S&P 500 adds 76. We'll be right back.
For over 80 years, Nissan has been with you through thick and thin. And now is no different. We're offering payment options for current owners. Our service departments are here to help. And now we're offering more help. No payments for 3 months, plus we'll cover your payments for up to 2 additional months. Or get 0% financing for up to 84 months on 13 models. This is help when you need it.
We here at Brothers Maine wanted to check in with everyone in the light of the COVID-19 epidemic. We're going to do everything we can here at our store to make sure everything's clean, disinfected, and ready for customers to come in and shop with us. Not only can we come to your house and set up the products as we normally would, but we're also going to be offering a free drop-off service in Dane and Rock County. There's nothing more important to our company than making sure that our employees and our customers are safe and healthy.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we have great prices every day. So during our big spring sale, you know the savings will be huge. Save big on lawn and garden supplies, like Estate Weed and Feed Plus Fertilizer, just $17.99. Get $20 off large bags of Estate Sun to Shade Grass Seed. Save $5 on these Fizzcars, loppers, or shears. Plus, buy online and pick up your items in our convenient drive-thru.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
When you have depression, it can plunge you into deep, dark lows and can leave you feeling extremely sad and disinterested. Overwhelmed by bipolar depression? Ask about Vraylar. Not all types of depression should be treated the same. Vraylar effectively helps relieve all symptoms of bipolar depression with just one pill once a day. Elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis have an increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor about unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may mean a life-threatening reaction, or uncontrollable muscle movements, which may be permanent. Side effects may not appear for several weeks. Metabolic changes may occur. Nausea, restlessness, and movement dysfunction are common side effects. When bipolar depression overwhelms, ask how Vraylar can help.
Hi, folks. Thursday morning, things are going to start drying out ahead of what's looking like a gorgeous weekend. Hettie's going to have the details in her First Warn forecast.
And we'll tell you how COVID-19 is going to affect the next class of incoming freshmen at the UW. See you tomorrow.
For the latest coronavirus reports and breaking news, watch News 3 Now and go to Channel 3000 to sign up for our daily email newsletter. Get the facts and tips to keep your family safe. News 3 Now, your local coronavirus headquarters.
Welcome back. The Wisconsin Better Business Bureau warns of recently established websites selling sanitizers, disinfectants, masks, paper products, and other related products that have shortages.
The BBB says new websites have been created in the last few weeks since COVID-19 first surfaced. BBB has been investigating sites and complaints since mid-March. Some of the sites were Popumart.com, Misenshop.com, and N95health.com.
The website may look very professional, but as you scroll through it, you'll usually start to find spelling errors, grammatical errors, typos. It's usually without a privacy policy, which is a big red flag. And if you go to the contact information is usually very minimal.
When shopping online, BBB suggests checking spelling and domain names to know who you are dealing with. Make sure that the website address begins with HTTPS. two backslashes.
And with a safer at home order in place, many people are getting yard projects done or cleaning out their homes. The City of Madison Streets Division says its drop-off sites are now open for Madison City residents. They open them back up April 24th. They're implementing restrictions, however, only allowing 2 people at a time at those 3 sites in the city.
For our Badger Road and Sycamore drop-off sites, that's where you can take electronics, brush, cooking oil, clothes, extra recycling, all those cardboard boxes that are piling up. You can bring those to those 2 drop-off sites. We also have a yard waste only drop-off site that's out at South Point Road. You can only take the grass clippings and stuff out at South Point. You can take grass clippings to the Badger and Sycamore sites as well.
And there are also different hours at the drop-off sites. They're open 7:30 until 3 p.m. Monday through Friday, and then 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturday.
Let's get a check on the weather now. Gary, the lawns and gardens got a good drink today. Are we going to see some sun tomorrow?
We should. Most of us will see the sun earlier in the morning. Areas east of Madison will have to wait till later in the day. As we take a look at the live view from the WISC Skycam, you can see how quickly those clouds are moving from left to right, from north to south across southern Wisconsin. A lot of wind out there. The Queen Bee Radio Skycam looking off toward the east also shows some pretty good movement in the clouds. But both locations right now have been dry, at least for the last few hours. The rain has been shifting into eastern Wisconsin. In fact, if we take a look at the 48-hour precipitation totals, including the showers and thunderstorms last night, parts of southwestern Wisconsin missed out on the rain altogether. There were just a couple of spotty showers and thunderstorms that popped up. Then the area of rain became more widespread as it moved to the east. And then, of course, the heavier rain this morning concentrated more over southeast southeastern Wisconsin down into northern Illinois. Maybe some 2-inch amounts down toward the Wisconsin-Illinois state line south of Kenosha, and much of that area from Milwaukee southward into the Chicago area under a flood watch until 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. But high-resolution Doppler radar shows the showers still in that area, moving from north to south, but notice no westward movement. So right now, even though there are plenty of clouds, most of south central and southwestern Wisconsin are dry. And a wider radar perspective shows this area of rain to our east, but nothing out to the west other than one little tiny shower that developed over parts of southwestern Minnesota. But for the most part, things are pretty quiet. You can see on visible cloud track, lots of clouds here, but you go just north and west of La Crosse, and the skies are clearing there. So this area has warmed up pretty nicely where there's been some sunshine. The area underneath the clouds have stayed a lot cooler than yesterday. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Those showers east of Madison tonight will end tomorrow morning. It'll be windy for tonight and tomorrow, but not as cool. As skies turn partly sunny, temperatures should be back up into the lower 60s in Madison, probably mid-60s west of Madison. And then as we head into the weekend, even milder weather is expected with high temperatures in the lower 70s on Saturday and upper 60s on Sunday. So we look at the temperature change over the last 24 hours. Notice where the sun has been shining today, those temperatures have been rising, whereas from Madison southward where the clouds have been, and yesterday we had some sunshine, those temperatures are about 15 to 20 degrees cooler. But the good news is the storm system will slowly move off to the east. That will allow some of the clearing to the west to start moving in our direction. The next weather system moving onshore in the Pacific Northwest will start bringing some showers in here perhaps toward the early part of next week. But in between, we should actually warm up for a couple of days. That low pressure system now in eastern Michigan very slowly moving off toward the east. The clearing not far out to the west. So you can see the difference in temperatures. Where it's raining, temperatures are in the 40s. Where it's just cloudy, temperatures are in the 50s. And then where the sun is shining, temperatures are mainly in the 60s. So as we check out our forecast for tomorrow, look for partly sunny skies west of Madison. High temperatures there will be in the mid-60s. Madison topping out around 61. It'll still be windy, and then areas east of Madison will see the showers ending and some sunshine in the afternoon. 7 to 10 day forecast. Dry on Friday. Slight chance of a shower Friday night. Saturday, a high of 73. Slight chance of showers Saturday night and Sunday. But then we'll look for better chances of rain Tuesday and Wednesday of next week with highs in the 50s. Temperatures will be slightly below normal for next week, within a couple of degrees of 60 for most of the week.
All right, Gary, thank you. Ahead on News 3 Now at 5. College athletes could soon start making money. We'll tell you how. That's after the break.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5. News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Coming together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend a hand. Contact your Ford dealer, an essential part of your community, to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you. Find out more at Ford.com. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 72 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2020 Ford models.
Is to provide complete balanced nutrition for strength and energy.
Great tasting and sure, with 9 grams of protein, 27 vitamins and minerals, and nutrients to support immune health.
During times like these, it's important to stay connected.
The new normal isn't normal at all.
But just because we're apart
doesn't mean we're alone.
We can reach out to old friends. Remind our family that we love them.
Stay on top of business, even if it isn't business as usual.
Because we are resilient.
No matter how much distance is between us, we will never let you lose your connection.
US Cellular has a network you can count on, which means you can do anything, even make a commercial. US Cellular.
When we face adversity, we find a way through it. It's about taking care of each other. It's the small parts that make a big difference. At Chevy, we promise to do ours. We're offering current Chevy owners OnStar Crisis Assist services and complimentary Wi-Fi data. If you need a new Chevy, interest-free financing for 84 months with deferred payments for 120 days on many of our most popular models. You may even shop online and take delivery at home where available. It's just our way of doing our part.
In these uncertain times, it has never been more important to maintain a clean home or business. We are prepared to get your space back to clean and healthy again. We've added a new EPA-registered cleaner that disinfects hard surfaces and deep cleans carpet, rugs, and upholstery. Remember, we disinfect our equipment after every job and disinfect our vehicles daily. We believe in doing things the right way. That's why we've been your trusted partner in clean for over 70 years.
Wisconsin voters deserve the truth. I'm News 3 Now's Amy Reed. I'm breaking down political ads, explaining whose money is behind them and separating truth from misinformation. Get the facts with Reality Check, only on News 3 Now.
The NCAA is moving forward with a plan to allow college athletes to earn money for endorsements and a host of other activities involving personal appearances and social media. The NCAA Board of Governors gave its support to a plan that permits athletes to cash in on their names, images, and likenesses as never before and without involvement from the association, schools, or conferences. The proposed rule changes still must be voted on by NCAA members at its convention in January. The NCAA says it will still seek help from Congress.
The NFL is expanding its televised reach with a deal with Amazon Prime. The new deal will allow Amazon to live stream NFL Thursday night football games through the year 2022. That's 11 games a year. Those are games that were previously set to air on Fox. They will still air on Fox as well. This deal reportedly worth $65 million per season. It will allow Amazon to stream one regular season game globally as well on Prime Video and Twitch.
Mattel announced the launch of #ThankYouHeroes, a special edition line of 16 collectible action figures. The Fisher-Price action figures include doctors, nurses, EMTs, and delivery drivers. They are available for purchase online through the end of May. The action figures cost $20 each. $15 from each sale goes to the First Responders First Initiative, supporting first responder healthcare workers.
And stay with us. We'll have a final check of your first warn forecast when we return.
Hi, it's Jan from Toyota. Many of you still need to be on the road right now. Toyota is here to help.
We're offering an incredible 0% on our most popular Toyotas. That's 0% on Camry, 0% on RAV4, or 0% on Tacoma. Plus, Toyota will defer your payments for up to 90 days. And if you need service for your current vehicle, our service centers remain open.
We're here for you. Contact your local Toyota dealer to see how they can help. Toyota.
We asked real customers what they really love about Spectrum Internet and TV.
Spectrum Internet has the fastest speeds for everything I do.
There is no turning wheel. It's immediate.
Spectrum is the fastest. Bam.
Get the fastest download speeds with the most reliable performance with Spectrum Internet, delivering starting speeds of 200 megabits. That's more than enough for all your devices for $44.99 a month. Call 833-906-4499.
I can't get over how much on-demand Spectrum has. I can literally watch a new movie every night.
I got all my shows, and he's got all his shows.
With the Spectrum TV app, I can watch live TV anywhere. It's perfect.
Add Spectrum TV and enjoy more free HD and more free on-demand. Plus, use the Spectrum TV app to watch live TV on the go, all from $44.99 a month. Call 833-906-4499.
The fact that they don't have contracts, that says a lot about their service.
Get Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each with no contracts. Install Spectrum services yourself. Get a self-installation kit shipped right to your home. Call 833-906-4499.
Help is what we've always given. So thank you to our helpers at BMO and beyond. Thank you to the healers, the fighters, the all-nighters, the cleaners, the movers, the 18-wheelers. Thank you to the farmers, the grocers, the above and beyonders. Thank you to all the frontliners for keeping our lives moving when the world needs to stop.
For
almost 50 years, we've built trust within our communities by making customer delight our top priority. That trust allows us to improve lives one home at a time. During this challenging time, we want to make sure your needs are being met without stress by offering 2-for-1 windows with no interest and no payments for 1 year. So go ahead, visit us online, or call now from the comfort of home.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feltco.
Coming together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend a hand. Contact your Ford dealer, an essential part of your community, to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you. Find out more at Ford.com. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 72 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2020 Ford models.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, new data tonight out of the NIH shows an Ebola drug may fast-track recovery for coronavirus patients. Why Dr. Fauci says he's very optimistic. Plus, a lot of economic news to cover. America's GDP shrinks by almost 5%. Hertz prepares for bankruptcy, and stimulus checks are being stolen out of mailboxes. And how Israel is utilizing technology typically used for anti-terrorism to stop the virus's spread. That's all tonight here on the CBS Evening News.
All right, let's head to Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti, a final check of our first warn forecast. Gary.
Well, we're watching some showers out there. Live view from the Edgewater sky cam shows mostly cloudy skies, but most of the showers are east of Madison. Temperatures range from the 40s east of Madison, where still are some showers, to the 50s west of town. Tomorrow we'll be back in the 60s.
All right, Gary, thanks. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. Stay tuned now for the CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell.